Shafiq Daha shows us the way he says he was used as a human shield by Israeli troops during their military operation in Gaza 6 months ago. He says he was holding with all his strength like this and with his heavy machine gun on the other shoulder. A resident of Jabalia, east of Gaza City, Daha shows me the houses he says he was forced to search, what the Israeli soldiers termed the neighbour procedure. Daha says they forced him for 1 week to support their operation. He says he was given a hammer and told to break through neighbours' walls, and he describes his fear as he was sent from house to house under heavy fire. He tells me, I felt like a dead man walking. I was walking and praying to God and thought this is what death is like. This accusation corresponds with allegations in a new report by an activist group of ex-Israeli soldiers known as Breaking the Silence. In its 5 years of existence, the group says it has interviewed over 600 soldiers. BTS says in its latest 110-page report it's collected testimony from 26 Israeli soldiers who served in the caste-led operation when Israel went into Gaza in an effort to stop thousands of militant rocket attacks. The stories presented by the BTS are anonymous accounts which CNN cannot independently verify. The group said that the soldiers were not willing to speak with the media. BTS says many of the soldiers are still serving and fear repercussions if they reveal their identity, and they did not take their complaints up the chain of command. One of the testimonies says, in some cases, a civilian would be forced to walk in front of a soldier while the soldier places his gun barrel on the civilian's shoulder. The Israeli military has rejected the report, saying the anonymous nature of the testimonies means they lack credibility.
I will not go into details of the testimonies since it's not serious. There are no factual details, no places, no names of incidents in a specific house, a specific date. I'll be more than happy to be provided with these details, and I will be able to investigate them.
The IDF would not comment on whether Palestinian human shields were used in Gaza, saying only that there are dozens of ongoing internal investigations into individual soldier conduct.
But the use of human shields is only one of the allegations in this report. Israeli soldiers talk about the massive destruction of buildings, even though they weren't always under direct threat. They talk about white phosphorus being used in densely populated areas and also permissive rules of engagement.
In response to these allegations, the IDF says it complied with international law on all fronts. The author of the BTS report, Yehuda Shaul, a former Israeli combat soldier, says he and his colleagues are worried about the moral direction the Israeli military is taking in operations carried out in civilian areas.
It comes again and again, this concept of, if you have any doubt, shoot, because we prefer the mistakes to be on their body count than on ours. And this is probably the most disturbing for me, for me as an Israeli, to hear these things.
This report follows a previous report by Amnesty International and an ongoing investigation by the United Nations, looking into allegations of human rights abuses committed by either side. The BTS report has been widely covered by the Israeli media, and Defence Minister Ehud Barak has personally responded, saying the IDF is one of the most ethical armies in the world. Paula Hancock's CNN, Jabalia, Gaza.